Welcome to our video on the Dominion Astrophysical Observatory in Saanich. Stay tuned for some historical photos of its construction and more. Here's a sneak peek. High atop Little Saanich Mountain, just north of Victoria, sits a landmark that once made Canada the center of the astronomical world. This is the Dominion Astrophysical Observatory, a National Historic Site where for over a century we haven't just looked at the stars, we've redefined our place among them. It began with the vision of one man, John Stanley Plaskett. A former farm boy from Ontario turned mechanical genius, Plaskett spent years lobbying the government to prove that Canada belonged among the world's great scientific nations. In 1913, he got his wish, the approval for what was, at the time, the second largest telescope on Earth. Securing the government's blessing was a triumph, but the physical task of creating the telescope proved even more daunting than the political one. The project was about to meet its first major hurdle, the mirror, which was the most critical component of the telescope. The massive 1.8 meter mirror blank had to be reground twice, first to fix a mysterious scratch and then to correct a flaw in the grinding process. These setbacks added 2 years to the project, pushing the opening to May 6, 1918. After 6 days traveling by train, the mirror finally arrived in Victoria. The final leg of the journey was challenging. The massive glass disc was hauled up the steep, winding mountain road by horse and wagon. Once operational, the Plaskett telescope lived up to the hype. In the 1920s, Plaskett and his colleague Joseph Pearce used it to prove for the first time that our entire Milky Way galaxy rotates. In 1940, researcher Andrew McKellar made a discovery even he didn't fully realize. He measured the temperature of interstellar space at 3 degrees Kelvin. It was the first evidence of the Big Bang's afterglow, decades before the theory was even formalized. During the Second World War, the observatory traded starlight for survival. To protect it from becoming a landmark for enemy planes, the brilliant white dome was camouflaged with a green forest mural. Astronomers became teachers, training naval officers in celestial navigation and training officials on detecting poisonous gas. They even used the observatory's illuminizing tank, built by Victoria's own Yarrow shipyards, to coat military searchlights. Remarkably, that same tank is still used to maintain the telescope mirror today. Today, the site has evolved into the world-class Herzberg Astronomy and Astrophysics Research Center. The Plaskett telescope is now 10,000 times more sensitive than when it first opened, and the team is currently building the eyes for the next generation of mega telescopes in Hawaii and Chile. But you don't have to be a professional astronomer to feel the magic here. At the center of the Universe Visitor Center, the legacy of public outreach lives on. You could step inside the historical dome, touch a real meteorite, and see the award-winning 1915 telescope model. Since 1918, the observatory has opened its doors every Saturday night. That tradition continues with summer star parties hosted by the Friends of the DAO. Whether you're here for the history, the science, or just a view, a visit to Little Saanich Mountain is a reminder that the universe is closer than you think. The observatory was designated a National Historic Site of Canada in January 2010 and is a beloved part of Victoria's past, present, and future. Go and explore the center of the universe. Your journey starts at the top of the hill. Thanks for watching this video on the Dominion Astrophysical Observatory in Saanich. More information can be found at walkingvancouverisland.ca.